Welcome to Rays of Hope, where inspiration meets possibilities. Self-assessment tools for tackling perfectionism. Are you always aiming for perfection, yet often find yourself frustrated by your high standards? Perfectionism can be a double-edged sword. It drives you to excel but can also lead to stress and burnout. Understanding how to balance this trait is crucial. That's where self-assessment tools come in. These tools are designed to help you gain insight into your perfectionistic tendencies, so you can manage them more effectively. You'll learn how to turn this trait into an asset rather than a liability. Ready to discover the best ways to assess and adjust your perfectionism? Let's get started. Understanding perfectionism. Perfectionism is more than just wanting to do your best. It's a trait that can shape your actions, goals, and even your well-being. Knowing what perfectionism is and how it affects you can help you manage it better. Definition and characteristics. Perfectionism is the desire to be flawless. It's the urge to meet high standards and avoid any mistakes. You might think of it as pushing yourself to the limit to achieve the best possible results. Common characteristics of perfectionism include setting unrealistic goals, being highly critical of yourself and others, feeling anxious about making mistakes, taking longer to complete tasks because of attention to detail. People with perfectionistic tendencies often find themselves caught in a cycle of setting impossibly high standards and then feeling disappointed when those standards aren't met. This can happen in various areas of life, including work, school, and personal relationships. Positive and negative aspects. Perfectionism isn't all bad. On the positive side, it can drive you to achieve great things. You're likely to be meticulous, hardworking, and dedicated. These are traits many people admire and can lead to impressive accomplishments. However, perfectionism can also have downsides. It might cause stress, anxiety, and even burnout. Striving for flawlessness can make you feel overwhelmed and dissatisfied, even when you've done well. Here are some negative aspects of perfectionism. Chronic stress due to high expectations. Procrastination because tasks seem too daunting. Strained relationships from high demands. Low self-esteem from constant self-criticism. Balancing the positives and negatives is key to using perfectionism to your advantage without letting it take over your life. Common perfectionist behaviors. Perfectionism can show up in many ways. Recognizing these behaviors is the first step toward managing them. Some typical perfectionist behaviors include over-preparing, spending too much time getting ready for tasks to ensure they're done perfectly. Avoiding risks, steering clear of new or challenging tasks for fear of failing. Micromanaging, having a hard time delegating because you worry others won't meet your standards. Beating yourself up, focusing on mistakes and flaws instead of recognizing successes. Understanding how these behaviors manifest can help you identify when your perfectionism is getting in the way. By being aware, you can start to make changes that allow you to aim high without unnecessary stress. This knowledge sets the stage for exploring self-assessment tools designed to help you evaluate and adjust your perfectionistic tendencies. Why self-assessment is crucial. Self-assessment is a powerful tool that can help you understand your perfectionist tendencies better. By evaluating yourself, you can make smarter choices and find ways to improve your life. Here are some key reasons why self-assessment is so important. Identifying problem areas. Knowing where you struggle is the first step in solving any problem. Self-assessment can shine a light on the areas where perfectionism is holding you back. Recognize self-criticism. Do you always criticize yourself, even for small mistakes? Identifying this can help you be kinder to yourself. Spot procrastination. Are you delaying tasks because you're afraid they won't be perfect? Being aware of this can motivate you to start tasks sooner. See patterns. Do you tend to over-prepare or avoid risks? Noticing these behaviors can help you make changes. By pinpointing these problem areas, you can take steps to overcome them. Monitoring progress and growth. Self-assessment isn't just about identifying problems, it's also about tracking your improvements. Set benchmarks. Know where you started so you can measure your progress. Celebrate wins. Recognize and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Adjust strategies. If something isn't working, you'll know and can tweak your approach. Without monitoring your progress, it's easy to feel stuck. Regular self-assessment provides proof that you are improving, even if it's little by little. Setting realistic goals. Setting goals is crucial, but setting realistic goals is even more important. Self-assessment can help you set achievable targets. Understand your limits. Know what you can reasonably accomplish within a given time frame. Balance ambition with reality. Aim high, but make sure your goals are within reach. Break down tasks. Divide larger goals into smaller, more manageable steps. Realistic goals are easier to achieve and can give you a sense of accomplishment. They can also reduce the stress and anxiety caused by aiming for perfection. Self-assessment is a crucial step to manage perfectionism effectively. By identifying problem areas, tracking your progress, and setting achievable goals, you can turn your perfectionistic tendencies into strengths. Popular self-assessment tools for perfectionism. To truly understand and manage your perfectionistic tendencies, self-assessment tools are essential. These tools offer insights into how perfectionism impacts your life and provide a roadmap for improvement. Below are some of the most popular self-assessment tools for perfectionism. Frost Multidimensional Perfectionism Scale, FMPS. The Frost Multidimensional Perfectionism Scale, FMPS, is one of the most commonly used tools for assessing perfectionism. This scale measures various dimensions of perfectionism, offering a comprehensive view of how this trait affects different aspects of your life. Personal standards. This dimension measures how high you set your personal goals. Do you set the bar too high for yourself? Concern over mistakes. This looks at how much you worry about making errors. Are mistakes something you fear greatly? Parental expectations. This evaluates how much pressure you feel from family expectations. Do you strive to meet the high standards set by parents? Doubts about actions. This measures your self-doubt. Do you often question the quality of your work? FMPS can be a detailed tool for understanding the complexity of your perfectionism. It helps break down the trait into specific areas that you can work on. Almost Perfect Scale Revised, APSR. The Almost Perfect Scale Revised, APSR, is another valuable tool for assessing perfectionism. This scale divides perfectionism into three main dimensions, making it easier to see where you stand. High standards. Like FMPS, APSR measures the high standards you set for yourself. Are your goals attainable, or are they unrealistic? Order. This dimension looks at your need for organization and orderliness. Do you require a highly structured environment to feel comfortable? Stay tuned for more insights and practical tips in Part 2. Thank you for joining us on this uplifting journey with Rays of Hope. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more videos that spark hope and empowerment.